Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. The New York Giants lose to the Dallas Cowboys 20-15. 20-15 in a game that was horrible for both sides. Outside of that first quarter for the Dallas Cowboys, it was horrible for them as well. Poorly coached. The winner of this game survived. Nobody dictated too much of anything. But the New York Giants were just a little bit worse than the Dallas Cowboys tonight. 26 yards rushing total. The Dallas Cowboys going into this game were the worst rush defense in the NFL. And the New York Giants rushed for 26 yards for the game. Bad. All bad. All ugly. No excuses, but let's get right into it. Who is to blame for this loss? Number one on my list, Brian Daboll, head coach, offensive coordinator, game plan creator. Brian Daboll is number one on my list. What we saw tonight was the epitome of coaching scared. Coaching scared. That's what we saw today. Number two on my list, Shane Bowen. You got us all excited last week. You were sending the blitz at Deshaun Watson last week. What did you do this week? You tried to get pressure with the front four. It didn't work. It did not work. But did you send the blitz? No, you didn't. You decided to do what? Keep sending four. No adjustments. Coaching scared. And guess what the Dallas Cowboys did? They said, oh, well, they're just going to give us 5 yards every play. Last time I checked, 5 plus 5 is 10. What does 10 yards get you? A first down. So what did the Dallas Cowboys do? They dink and dunked the whole game. Got a couple of touchdowns, got a couple of field goals, won the game. Did the New York Giants push the ball, try to push the ball at all? Absolutely not. But guess what, though? Guess what? Did Daniel Jones have a bad game? No, he didn't have a bad game. He didn't have a bad game. He went, 29 for 40, 281 yards, no touchdowns, one interception if you want to even count it because that was on the Hail Mary in the last play of the game. We normally don't count those. They count in stats, but as far as the game flow goes, you don't count those. But I got a question for you guys. Something that just an observation that I have. You guys let me know. I believe that Daniel Jones's arm is cooked past 30 yards. Past 30 yards. We were worried about the knee coming back off of the ACL. That's what we were worried about, but we should have been worried about the neck. Daniel Jones has never had an issue with arm strength. Accuracy, maybe. Anticipation, for sure. But flat-out arm strength was never an issue for Daniel Jones. But guess what happened? We saw a free play happen. Darius Slayton beat Trayvon Diggs. And that ball died after about 30 yards in the air. Flat out died on a free play. if anything, on a free play. You try to get the ball down the field, overthrow it possibly. You're going for the touchdown. It's a free play. His arm doesn't have the mustard to get there. But again, he did not have a horrible game. Ball security, fine. Completion percentage, fine. Almost 300 yards passing, that's fine. No touchdowns. But I can't even blame that on Daniel Jones. I'm blaming that on the play calling. We got in the red zone this game and couldn't get the touchdowns. We got enough field goals, though. 5 field goals. 15 points. Imagine if those field goals were touchdowns and extra points. 5 times 7 is what? 35. I would much rather have 35 points than 15. And I understand it's not that easy, but still. You don't play to survive games, especially when your season is on the line. What do? You play to win the game. That's what Herm Edwards said. I said it in the previous video. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Plenty of blame to go around. Plenty of blame. And for the people that do not like Daniel Jones, like you really can't, like you really can't blame him for this one. He executed the plays that were called. Did he go the extra mile? Was he able to go the extra mile? Absolutely not. But is that his neck issue? Possibly. Because he's for sure trying to get the ball down there. He's targeting some of it, but he just don't have enough mustard on his arm to get it there. And like I said, he might be cooked past 30 yards. You saw he had good enough zip, 10, 15, 20 range, 20-yard range. He got enough zip to get the ball there. But anything past 30 yards, man, that ball dies on him. And he's trying to throw it with all his might. Just don't got it in him anymore. And that's crazy to me. Because what do you continue to do? Do you now draw up the same game plan that we know is not working? Trying to dink and dunk down the field? In some cases, it will work if you're scoring touchdowns. But right now, you can't win games kicking 5 field goals. Yes, the Commanders were able to do that against us, but guess what? That's us. The rest of the league is not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. We don't have the luxury. And the kicker did a fantastic job. He didn't miss. He didn't miss. We got 10 days to the next football game. It's going to be dark again. I just crawled out of the dark place. I was able to see sunlight for 3 days. Now I got to turn around and crawl right back in that hole again. Pause. Like, what are we doing here, man? You get a little bit of hope, and then what happens? It gets squashed. It gets squashed, man. But hey, man. Seatbelts on. I'm still in the car. Still riding for the New York Giants. But I do understand that this ride is going to get bumpy. And what are you going to do about it? Not much you can do about it. Hopefully, I'm going to go watch this post-game presser to see what these players and see what Brian Daboll has to say about the performance that they put out there. Hopefully, the beat writers let it be known that they're not happy, push the envelope a little bit, ask questions about the drop balls and the conservative gameplay and, just some of the critiques that they might have about the game, whatever. I just want to see what Brian Daboll has to say about it. And hopefully he doesn't have to say we need to see the tape. We need to watch the tape. No, you don't need to watch the tape. You had a front row seat and you were the one that was called in the plays. So you don't need to see the tape. You were right there. You first class ticket to the to this show, man. I was almost cussed, man. I almost cussed. But it is what it is. But again, New York Giants lose to the Dallas Cowboys 20-15. It is what it is. I had a Dallas Cowboys fan hopping alive, taking the victory lap. I don't know why you're taking the victory lap. You looked awful as well. So it was two awful playing teams, and one team was just a little bit less awful, and they got the victory. It wasn't exciting at all. The game was super boring. Yeah. Overall, just a bad look. But guess what? We get 10 days of break, and then we get to go play Seattle, which is hot right now. And hopefully we got a better game plan for them. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.